Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are taking a look at the This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. This is published by Liminal 11, and thank you so much to Liminal 11 for sending this deck my way. I am so appreciative. This retails for $24.99 in the UK, $26.99 in the US, and $35.99 in Canada. And as always, in the description box below, I will link where you can legitimately purchase this should you want to. And whilst you're there, I do have a link tree that will provide you all of my social media links as well as my Etsy shop where I do private readings. So full disclosure, I have already tried to film this video, so it's not technically an unboxing, but my mic decided to be a nuisance, so we have to scrap that old video and redo it so you guys can hear everything about it. All right, if this also looks familiar to you, it was an independent deck prior to mass production, and I'm so happy that it is now accessible to more people. So this is super fun. I love this deck in the original, and I'm so excited to show you the mass production. So the This Might Hurt Tarot is a modern deck in the Rider-Waite-Smith tradition, keeping time-honored symbolism and imagery, but losing the medieval context. This deck is designed to be easy to read and highly relatable. Images are modernized, diversity is embraced, and queerness is lovingly acknowledged. This is 79 cards and a guidebook, so that's one big difference than the original. There's an added card, which I will show you. And here we have the magnetic closure on the bottom, which opens up to this beautiful little image here. And we pull it out. And then we have some fun imagery here. All right. There's the inside of the box. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to show you the guidebook first before we go into the cards. So here are the table of contents. We have the introduction, and then it does give a quick talk about gender and the tarot. Then it goes into the card descriptions, some advice on how to read the tarot. We have 2 tarot spreads, and then we have a bibliography with a special thanks there. So I do want to touch on the gender because that is important for this deck. My world is complicated and rich. It is queer and diverse. There are disabled people, fat people, brown people, black people, gay people, trans people, people who have dyed their hair and ride scooters and have big thighs and are covered in tattoos. Many of these cards are portraits of my friends, my family. This deck is more to me than a modern reimagining of Arthur Waite and Pamela Smith's historic deck. It is a loving portrait of the rich tapestry of my life. The phrase "this might hurt" is something that I have been using for my work for a while, long before I started drawing the tarot. I draw comics that are surreal, dreamlike exercises in trying to understand and heal from issues in my personal life. Okay, and then I do want to show you the gender and tarot here. All right, so on gender and tarot here. So there is a part here that talks about the gendering of this tarot. So when reading this book and using this deck, please keep the following in mind. When I say masculine or feminine, I mean a set of traits that have been assigned as masculine or feminine in the tradition of tarot. When I say man or woman, I'm referring to the gender of the character in the card. I'm not referring to their biological sex as determined by genitalia. Do not assume because a character has a clearly defined gender that they are cis. In this deck, gender is fluid. If gender matters symbolically to the meaning of the card, I have retained the gender expressed in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. If gender doesn't matter to the symbolic meaning, I may have changed it or removed any gender cues. Your tarot readings want you to find balance. You are right to identify with gendered traits in tarot that are not in alignment with your personal gender identity. You are right to seek harmony in these traits and or in gender itself, if that feels right to you. Tarot is gender fluid, so let's read it that way. All right, so again, this deck might not be a deck for everyone, but it's important to have decks like this within the tarot community so that everyone feels welcome, feels seen, and feels like they can use the tool that they can express themselves in and see themselves in. So then we do have some spreads. We have the 3-card past, present, and future spread, and then the cycle of healing right here, and then the path to the world spread. All right, so let's get into the flip through here. We do have a different back, and it's really pretty. It's a nice little ombre effect. It is a gloss, and it's like a high gloss. And the cardstock is nice. It is a little bit more sturdier than I would have thought it would be, but it shuffles really great. I shuffled it and I do like it. It's not too tough. Not like I know a lot of us have had an issue shuffling the Modern Witch Tarot. This doesn't feel like that. It's a little bit more flexible. All right. I love this dog so much. Just happy to be there. This deck is such a great versatile deck to use with anybody. It's a great daily deck. It feels comforting. It feels straightforward. The energy of each card is so great. This is one of my favorite High Priestess cards. It's so gorgeous. I love the vibrant color, but it's done in a way that's not so distracting. It doesn't hurt your eyes. There's a lot of detail in here to see. You have the symbols here and there. So everything's there for you in the traditional sense. But it's done in a modernized way. And also this perspective gets me every time with this Emperor. So well done. Beautiful Lovers card. I love how they're embracing and they're not just, standing side by side. I just love that I can see my friends, my community, people that I know and love in this deck. It's just wonderful. There's different body shapes, different colors of skin and hair and textures. It's just so well done. I'm so, so happy that it got picked up for mass production. I love this Temperance card too. I just love how the light works on this card so well. These dogs. Just happy babies. And I love this Judgment card. I feel like that's very apt. And look at this beautiful lady. I love that. And this is the new card. So there's the top part and the bottom part. So cool. All right, now we're in the minors. And what I love about the minors is that there's a similar background color through the suit. This deck is really good too about being able to read the energy of the card without the guidebook. However, I really do like the guidebook as well because they explain a lot of, what's going on and breaks it down really well. So if you are a beginner and you feel like this is a deck that you would be drawn to and you would love to work with, I absolutely think that you would have no problem with this. I love this Eight of Wands too. Look. And then pay attention to the different knights because the energy is well executed in these too. I love that cat. This is just stunning. The blues that are in the background of this suit. Oh, love. Look at how sweet. I love the embrace. I love that the Lover's card and this one both have the embrace. Love it. It's so fun. The different plants. This one gets me too. I love it. I think Cups is one of my favorite suits just because you get to experiment. Well, I can't even say that. I love all of them. You can experiment with a lot of the different imagery. This is sweet too. I love all the different containers up here for cups. All right, swords. And there's different types of swords too in here, or I should say cutting instruments. I love this rendition. So if you can look close here, you see up here we have rocky waves, but they're sailing into this calm sea. They're moving toward a calmer water here. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that attention to detail. Is he taking them or is he running away from somebody? What's going on? This hairstyle is amazing. This is a fun version too. All right, so now let's see how they shuffle. Not a problem. And then this way, they have a really nice slip to it. It's not too slippery and it's not too stuck. Like it doesn't stick together when you're shuffling. So I do appreciate that. I like it. And we're going to read for the Magician. All right, so we have the picture on the right, and then we have the meaning on the left here. The Magician is a lightning rod. He holds a wand up to the sky, drawing energy down from the universe. His other hand points down, channeling the magic through his body to the earth below. The objects that represent the four suits float around him. The Magician symbolizes the concept of manifestation. He draws energy from his surroundings and directs them to create or manipulate something. This card wants you to do the same. Channel all of your obsessions, experiences, excitement, and resources into whatever you're working on. Really get in there and create something. In readings, this card urges you to dream big. The Magician works with everything in his environment, gathering and focusing that energy into his creations. This is not the kind of energy one can keep up 24/7, and you may associate it with mania or obsessive tendencies. The key is to channel and release this energy in a productive way. To act is to direct your strength in specific directions. In her book, Kitchen Table Tarot, Melissa Sinova says, "This card always reminds me that we are magic. When the Magician appears, it adds potential to the entire reading. You are creative and powerful. Make it happen." So I really, really love this guidebook. And then in the back here with the minors, they give a little like title underneath the title, if that makes sense. So Queen of Wands, Our Lady of Creativity. And then you have some information on the suits. I mean, it's just fantastically done. I love this deck so much. I'm so happy that it is now more accessible and available to everyone. I think if you see yourself in this deck, it is worth checking out. I think that if you are somebody who is, non-binary or gender fluid, this is definitely a deck for you. I have had nothing but amazing readings with the original indie deck, so I'm excited to get to know this mass production deck. I do want to touch on the extra card so you guys know what that is and know what it means real fast. So if you will oblige me, this might hurt, this might heal. A girl and a wolf cycle between tender affection and a difficult struggle. In the upright position, the girl tenderly holds the wolf. In the downward position, the girl and the wolf are locked in a desperate battle. The figures are cyclical, with the 4 symbols of the minor arcana in the corners, suggesting the struggle and peace are temporary positions in a never-ending cycle. The wolf represents the external world. Risk is inherent in a well-lived life. There will be vibrant joy, crushing pain, and multitudes in between. All experiences that are meaningful, that are truly joyful, can also bring you the most pain. In the downward position with the girl and wolf fighting at the top, it suggests a time of great difficulty. The external world has bitten you. Times are tough and you are reacting to that hardship. In order to return to equilibrium, acceptance is key. If you fight what has happened to you, blame yourself, or refuse to recognize what is going on, you will add to your own suffering. Accept what has happened, and you can become a stronger person on the other side, able to form meaningful bonds with those who have had similar experiences. In the upright position, with the girl and the wolf at peace at the top, it suggests a time of healing. Humans are social animals that evolve to thrive in community. Connection is the key to our survival and our highest goal, and it is connection with others and the world around you that will facilitate growth. Take care of your people, love your world, and you will also be taking care of and loving yourself. So I love that addition. I think that's fantastic. I think it definitely goes with the theme of this deck. It shuffles great. I think it is well priced. I like the cardstock. I like that it's glossy too. I think that's an added bonus here because that gloss does protect the cardstock over time. And you know, I typically don't like gloss in and of itself only because I film, but this is so beautiful glossy. All right, so now I'm going to turn it over to you. What do you guys think? Are you excited about this? Is this something that you have been waiting for a while? Or is this something that you're going to pass on? Do you have the original? Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you so much to Liminal 11 for sending this deck. Again, I am so, so grateful. And thank you guys for watching and spending your time with me. I love you and I like you. If you have not done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Thank you again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.